Good day, paint pouring people. Today I'm going to reuse this MDF round. This was a Kmart MDF round. They sell them as placemats in Kmart. So I poured on it and didn't like it, so rubbed it all off. So I'm going to pour again, and today I'm going to do a Halloween. I believe it's Halloween tonight here in Australia, but I have no idea what Halloween is about or follow it. So, but there is a challenge in the Australian group, Julie Cuts group, for a Halloween pour with the colours green, purple, orange and black, I believe. So I'm going to do a Halloween pour on a 35 centimetre MDF round placemat, because then afterwards I could give this placemat to my granddaughter for Halloween, if her parents are, I don't know if any of them celebrated actually, I don't believe so, because nobody has said anything to me. Today I got my husband to use his hole saw and cut me out some of these. This was just a piece of polystyrene, so easy to make. Again, I try and make things, if I can possibly, out of things around the home, and these pieces of polystyrene came in a box. So he drilled me out some that will fit that size and some that'll fit, so that's the small coffee cup, and then that's the next one. So got two cup sizes, and I just normally just leave those on the side with my cups in, because I used to, move my arms, because I talk a lot with my hands as well, and knock my paints over, so it just stops that happening. But then I thought of a great idea with my push pins. So to put my push pins that I now can get from the Australian online store, these wonderful push pins, and I can stand it, just that little bit of a stand, and there they sit even more nicely. Look at that. So that's just an easy homemade little thing for your cups. It stops you knocking them over, and if I make up all my paints and put them there, then I just cover them with this old it's an old cloth, tea towel or dishcloth or whatever. I just soak it, wring it out, and then I cover my paints with it, and because that's damp, it seems to keep the paints really good for a long time. So that's just another little tip and trick that I want to try and put something that's helpful in my videos as I'm doing them. So the next one, I'm going to go back to my dishwash gloves instead of they're getting a bit, I wanted to just wear them until they're no longer viable, and I have put there was a little bit of powder in there because I was having trouble getting them on and off, and lots of people suggested that. So but yeah, so I just thought these ones I don't have to throw away, and they've been going about 4 or 5 weeks now, so all good. So I'm going to do a pour on around. There we go. So this could be drilled out after it's fully dry to make a clock out of. It can still be hung on the wall, or what's the other thing I thought of? Oh yeah, it can be a wall hanging, it can be covered in resin and still be a placemat. So I'm not actually going to put an undercoat or anything. I'm going to pour this purple over it like so. I usually use my gloves, but I'm going to be a bit posh today and use my spatula. So I'm just putting this as my base coat, but it doesn't seem to, even though I've poured over these placemats before, I mean on the other side, the original side, it's like comes pre-painted. I'm just doing it this way today. So what is it? We've got the Dutch pour, so this is an Aussie pour. I think it's got to be something to do with the country that I'm living in. So this is an Aussie pour. I'm calling it the Aussie pour. So anybody that does these weird and wonderful pours like I do, that's wiggly and all over the place, and tilts the colour all over the place, then we'll call them the Aussie pour. I think Australia needs to have a bit of a say in this, so people remember it. It's the Aussie pour. Okay, so that's the these are Mont Studio acrylics, and that is the purple. I'm going to add some of this, I think it's called light green or bright green. I'll have to go and have a look on the bottle, but I'm going to pour randomly. Already looks bright, very bright. Okay, so that's the bright green. So what colours do I have to have? Oh, that's it. Then an orange in here. So it's not really rocket science what colour I'll have to swipe with to get the colours that are in the challenge, which is obviously, to put it in, is the black. But wow, look at those colours. They are... Actually, I don't think I've got black. Can't believe it. There we go. So I'm calling it an Aussie style because lots of people have said, I don't see somebody that just pours all random like you do. And so, I mean, there's definitely people that have done it, because nobody's ever the first to do anything recently, because everything's been done before. But this is my Aussie pour. I had a really busy day today because I've got my friend coming over from England on Sunday. So there's a lady that I've known since I was 17 and used to work. We worked together at night in an English pub called the Fox Inn at Tamworth. And oh boy, did we have some good times. I was only 17 when I applied for a job to work there. I was still living in England, and they gave me the job. And then when I had my 18th birthday, Jill, her name's Jill too, but with a J, said to the boss, oh, it's Jill's 18th birthday today. He was the owner of the pub. He said, what? What? I said, yeah, it's her 18th birthday. And she said, she's been working here illegally, so I'm not supposed to employ anybody to work behind the bar until they're 18. She's been working here almost a year at 17. So we had a good laugh about that in recent years. Poor old John Bayliss, that was his name, was the landlord of that pub. But we had some fantastic times as a group of girls working behind the bar. In an English pub, it's a lot different. They're so much fun, or they were back in those days. Had some fantastic stories to tell, Jill and I. But anyway, I'll get down to this pour. So that actually was mixed as a very dark chocolate brown, but it looks black. But I thought I had black because I seen that, but this is going to have to do. So I am going to swipe with my Swifty swipe. No, sorry, this is just with my see, I'm not concentrating. My plastic file divider. Fantastic swipe tool too, because they just can rewash them and rewash them. So, okay, turn it around. Thank you all so much that have been sending me good well wishes when it has been, I've had little setbacks where I haven't felt well again in the week, but today I probably feel the best that I've felt in quite a number of weeks, so I'm hoping that I'm on the you know, on the getting well side of it all now. Did go and have some blood taken this morning. They said they couldn't get any. Apparently I was very dehydrated, so they sent me home to rehydrate with hydrolyte. But say I drink tons of water. They say water's not good enough, so you have to hydrolyte, which is salts and magnesium apparently. Anyway, so that was my black swipe. I'm hoping that all those colours show up now for my Halloween pour. Aussie Halloween. There you go. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, I've got some amazing cells in that too. Just look at it. Oh, probably better if I take the camera down to you. You down to the piece. Yes, look at that. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. I think, like, I've got some really gorgeous cells there, like, really gorgeous. And I'm thinking, I mean, I do normally get cells like this, but they're particularly, it's like those paints I've had made up 3 days and covered. So that's really, really lovely. So Halloween colours, but I'll put it on Julie Cut's site for the Halloween challenge and see how I go. But what I really love, like that line where I swiped's almost disappeared now, and the swipe colour, which is the black, is causing like a negative space, and it causes all these lovely outline around your cells, which is beautiful. I mean, just like a dirty cup pour, you can get that, but there's more chance of the colours muddying with a cup pour. But they're all there, and I better not do any rolls or balloon kissing in it, I don't think, for this one. I think I'm going to leave it just as it is and just let it develop, and hopefully I will post some photos on the end of this video. Somebody asked me to, when I did a close-up, to don't just cut the camera off and leave it there, do the close-up so we can really have a good look at the work. So there you go. I didn't realise that somebody wanted to that, so it's a good suggestion. So let me know what you think of my Halloween pour. Well, Halloween colours, I suppose. I'll give you a bit of a close-up. And she said, leave the camera alone and let me just have a really good look. So don't know what that's about, but I've been requested, and if it's a reasonable request, I will try and fulfill it. So there you go. The other thing that I will be doing in the next few days is I have done coating before with gloss coatings, but I'm going to try this clear non-yellowing satin metalwood plastic, more dries in 10 minutes or less. So acrylic crystal clear Krylon. Now the online supplier in Australia sells this, and they've sent it to me to try, so I'm quite happy to try it, and I will give an honest opinion on it. So that's coming up, and I will show you the pour that not right now, but anyway, I'm going to put this onto a pour that I do love and hopefully will sell, so I'm really hoping it turns out beautiful. So that's what I will do, just for lots of people are always trying to find the perfect coating. But that's becoming gorgeous and gorgeous as we speak. The cells have stretched out a bit, but still gorgeous. Okay, thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for watching my videos. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Press the little bell that'll just notify you when there's a new video up. Hope you've learnt something from my videos. If you're new to the channel, there's lots of videos there in my video library from my YouTube page for you to go through and have a look at. Beginners videos also, colour making, custom colour making. So thank you for joining me again, and thank you all so much for your beautiful comments. Talk to you soon.